Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia. Welcome everybody. Today I would like to create something for Labor Day. I want to use three colors: blue, red, and white. All of the balloons that I got from Lauderdale Paper and Balloon Company. Go check them out. They have a huge selection of balloons, types of balloons, brands of balloons, different supplies for parties. You can always use my code Anastasia10 for 10% off at checkout. This is an affiliate code and it's totally up to you if you want to use it or not. This code is valid only for your first purchase and if you are a new customer to Lauderdale Paper and Balloon Company. I will link and list everything in the description under the video, and without any further ado, let's go. So this, you guys, is my destination for today, this mirror over here. I will try to create something maybe over here or go down on this side and go all the way up to this area. We'll see how that's going to work out. I am very excited to work around this mirror. I always wanted to do something with the mirror, so I'm excited. Let me show you what kind of balloons I am using for today. You guys, one safety pin and 260s balloons slap you so hard. They leave these marks on your fingers. So here are the balloons that I am using for today's video. As you can see, mostly my balloons are from Qualitix. I have different colors, different sizes. Red, navy, and white. 516, 511, 36-inch, 5 and 11, and then BSA balloons, they are 17-inch balloons. And of course I have foiled balloons, little stars in white color. Let's inflate our balloons. I am using my electric balloon pump from Lauderdale Paper and Balloon Company. The name of this pump is Zoom. Here's what I'm planning to do. With my red, I will be using 16 and 5. Mostly I will be using 5-inch balloons to make pairs and clusters. And for the color where I have 11-inch balloons, I will be taking 11, blowing them at the same time into different sizes. Done blowing my balloons, I am pressing them against the floor to give my balloons more rounder shape and then tie them together into a pair like this. Before you're gonna press your balloons against the floor, make sure your balloons are not overfilled with air. This balloon over here is clearly overflown with air, and pressing against the floor is not gonna do a thing to this balloon. Make sure your balloons are filled to the correct size or smaller, then pressing your balloons against the floor will work. Instead of inflating all of the colors together and mixing them up in one pile, I want to stop one color at a time and cluster because it'll be so much easier. So I'm taking two different sizes pair of balloons and I am intertwining them together into a cluster of 4 like this. Then I am taking another pair. Sometimes I will take 5, sometimes I'll take bigger pairs, and I will add them into existing cluster to create a cluster like this. To construct my balloon garland, I will try my best to explain how I construct my balloon garland with that new technique of building my balloon garland right on a wall with 260s, and I will try to explain how I manipulate, I hope I pronounced that right, all of my clusters and which one I place and why I place that certain cluster of balloons. Let's try to make this happen. I did wait for my husband to come home, but he came without a ladder. He left it at the work site. So anyways, I'm gonna try my best to explain while I am working on my bar stool. I pre-tied my 260s balloon rope. I just tied my 260s balloons together to create one long one like this to my staircase. Now I am taking my first cluster of balloons. I want to start all the way from here and kind of build the blue section right over here somewhere because I am going kind of like for an American flag. I'm taking my 260s, my cluster, and I am wrapping around my first cluster. taking my 260s, wrapping around my newly placed cluster. My third cluster, I want to put it somewhere over here to kind of build up that spot, kind of looking how balloons will look the best, you know, kind of twisting and looking, and this looks pretty good. I am playing with my clusters just to place them properly, how I want them to be. Once in a while, I will be going back to the ground from my chair to assess the situation, just to make sure that my balloon garland is going the way that I want my garland to go, and to make sure the shape is the shape that I like. Next cluster, right over here, because I think that's what's going to look good. Now I need to reposition my 260s because they're all the way down. I need it to be over here. So I'm taking my 260s and going between balloons, and as soon as I got to the spot where I want my 260s to be, I wrap my 260s a few times around the closest balloon that is to the spot that I want my next cluster to be. Around, secure. Okay, the shape is not really going the way that I want it to go right now. A few more blue clusters and I will move on to another color. To add a command hook somewhere over here just to hold this section of my garland in the place where I want it to be. By the way, I am using indoor command hooks, ½ pound. With my 260s, I am literally going and hooking my 260s on my command hook and the rest of 260s wrapping around the balloon. That way I am creating a loop, and that loop will hold my garland. To construct the rest of my balloon garland right here on the ground, because it's a little tough to construct something so up high and it's impossible to see what you're doing. So I want to construct small garlands and then attach them one by one. I am tying my 260s together to create one long rope. I'm not using a lot of 260s at once, because the longer the rope, the more problems you can have, because they can tangle and it will be such a mess. I'm tying my 260s to this cluster and starting to build. By the way, you guys, I did inflate my 16-inch red balloons into smaller sizes, smaller than 16, to kind of have like an 11-inch balloons, because yeah, I don't think I would have enough 5-inch balloons to construct anything. I'm taking another cluster, this time it's a 5-inch cluster, my 260s, and wrap it around older balloon, newer balloon, just to secure everything together. Another bigger cluster, placing where I think I need more balloons, like over here, because right here I have this gap and I want to close it, and wrap it around newer, older balloon. I'm trying to imagine how I want to place my garlands on a wall. So this is like going straight and I want some curve. So I am placing this one right on top of this cluster, the previous one. Now I want to close this gap. So I'm going to add a bit more clusters later on, or you can push your clusters back and forth and kind of see what will work for you and for your style and taste. I need to add one more over here because this gap over here, I don't like it. Let's go attach this one. To attach my red section, I want to use my fishing line, 20-pound fishing line. Any fishing line will work. The reason why I am using a 20-pound fishing line is because fishing line won't stretch and won't pull back. With my 260s are stretchable, so I don't want to tie my 260 and pull my garland away from the spot where I want it to be. I hope that makes sense. these two balloon garlands, I will be using a rubber band. You can absolutely use 260s to kind of wrap around this one and around this, and it will keep your garlands together. I would like to use rubber bands. I'm just looping my rubber band over one of the balloons on blue garland and over to another balloon on my red garland. Something cute from white balloons, something very curvy, something very volumizing. This is falling. I need to secure this somewhere over here. So I am taking my 260s and tying to my staircase. So here's how I kind of thought to create this balloon garland, is to have stripes, red, white, and it's not really coming out exactly what I thought it would come out. I want to mimic the stripes, but not really make them obvious. I will work on it. If anything else I wouldn't need to explain, I will stop. Other than that, enjoy the process. To attach my two red clusters, I am using rubber bands, but if you will be making this for a client, I would suggest to use more than one rubber band per cluster. So for example, if I'll place this cluster over here, I want to secure with my rubber bands right here on this side and right here on this side, because I don't want my cluster to move. Rubber band will pull, you know what I mean? So it's better to secure from both sides. Or if you don't want to use your rubber bands, you can absolutely use 260s balloons. I absolutely love to merge different color balloon garlands together, and by achieving the beautiful like merge, I am taking smaller cluster and I am trying to kind of like fill it in over here and not make it so obvious that these two kind of sit next to each other. Just blend them in. I need to take care of this because this is so sad compared to this. My stars. I always use hand pump for foiled self-sealing orbs balloons, because all of self-sealing foiled balloons, so orbs balloons, they have this insert right here. It's a plasticky insert, and if you will be using warm electric balloon pump, you have a chance that you can melt this insert and balloons will start deflating and basically will be ruined. So I always use hand pump just to be safe. It's going to take you a few seconds longer, but you will be sure that your balloons won't, you know, get ruined. What is this? So apparently these foiled balloons are not self-sealing, which is very interesting. I've never encountered a foiled balloon that is not self-sealing. So I am inflating my balloon like I would any other balloon, pinching my balloon, twisting, and then tying a knot. You can absolutely use those little small clear rubber bands. They will work as well, but I'll just tie a knot. I hope you can see me, you guys. If not, hey, I'm over here. These stars, you guys, I don't like them. Maybe I do something wrong with them, because I did tie a knot on this balloon and I added elastic small band on them to keep the air in, and they still deflated, all of them. So none of the balloons held air in it. I don't know why and how you need to inflate them to keep the air in. So I'll just be using these because I need these stars. I am using glue dots to glue my stars. I also like to hide these tails with an extra glue dot behind my balloon, and that way they're not going to be in the way. decision. Executive decision, you guys. I am removing this mirror to another room because in my head I thought it would look a little bit better, but since my balloons are taking over the whole mirror and it doesn't make any sense over here, you know what I mean? So I am just getting rid of it and putting something else behind us. And this is what I have for you guys today. Not everything went according to plan, but still I love my final balloon garland. Awesome quality balloons, foil balloons. I really want to like them, but I can't. They deflated on me almost right away after trying to seal them because they're not self-sealing. I tried to tie a knot, I tried to use a rubber band, nothing worked. Well, at least they look awesome against my blue balloons, right? I didn't count how many balloons I used for this setup, and I did add some LED uplighting. I haven't used LED lights in quite a while, so I decided to bring them back in today's video. One at the very bottom and one at the very top. I will link and list everything in the description under this video, and some pictures will be at the end of this video as well. This is it, you guys. This is what I have for you today. I hope it was helpful and inspiring. If it was, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any additional questions, like usual, leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to help you out to the best of my abilities. If you're new here, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more videos and great ideas. And I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I will see you back very soon. Bye.